So we are going to leave them out during the day when we're not here. The door will be open all day for the kittens. Mostly because my partner caught Sugar, one of my elders, grooming Geo, one of the kittens. So we think we're going to be okay here. All right, so we are doing Living the Science of Mind. So let's do the housekeeping really quickly. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. The website is creativelife.org. The constant contact email is info@creativelife.org. That will get you one email a week unless something unusual happens. I say that because we live in hurricane country. It tells you what's going on for the week and the month, and the hot links are hot. So if it says click here now, it means it. And it is a blind CC, which means nobody will see your email, nobody will get your email. So all that is good information. And the last one that I want to remind you about is the social media, especially since I'm doing this on the social medias. We don't monetize the social medias. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to engage with the pages. Like, follow, subscribe based on which platform you are on, and then engage with the individual posts. So react to the post, comment on the post, share the posts. It bumps us in the algorithms and more people see our stuff. So we'd appreciate that. Also, when you engage with pages, you see more of our stuff. So, because Facebook or the various social medias go, oh, you like this. Let me show you more of that. So there's that too. All right. So Living the Science of Mind. Oh, did I tell you what the pages were? Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark. And I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So, this is a series of essays that were pulled from an at-home course. It used to be in the back of the Science of Mind magazine. You could mail off for it, and they would mail you a lesson a week for 48 weeks, which they did finally bind into books, which it took 6 books to make that at-home course. But all but 2 of the essays came from that. Honestly, my pet theory, people had questions, because that is exactly what all of these are. People probably, they read the textbook, they came to the lectures, and they came back and they said, well, how do I treat for a really sensitive person? Because that's the one, I think we did that 2 days ago. Yesterday was treating for family life. Today is treating for, it says group treatment. So, it's like, how do I do this? What about this? Tell me more about this. That's what these are. They are answers to questions that people have had. Another thing that I really like about this book is that you can flip it open, and wherever it lands is probably got a little bit of wisdom for whatever you are looking at for the day. So let us get into this. It's not a long one, but it is almost 2 pages. So, and since we are leaving them out today, I want to make sure that I leave at the same time Tom does. Okay. Group treatment. When a group of people come together with one accord and with one thought, a greater power is generated. Not because the creative principle responds to a number of people more than it does to one, but because the combined faith of the group reaches a higher level of acceptance. Therefore, group treatments should definitely be practiced with the purpose in mind of arriving at a deeper conviction. I got introduced when I went to ministerial school to this amazing idea of chamber prayers. And it's when you put the people, in my case, when we've done, the first time I experienced it, I was a freshman. So they put all the freshmen in the center and had all of the, like everybody else. So the faculty and all the other students stand around us, and they all did treatments. Now, they were each doing individual treatments, so you couldn't hear anything. It was a cacophony. But you came out of it feeling really amazing because you knew that absolutely every single person in there was treating for your highest and best as a student. So that's what he's talking about, a higher level of acceptance when we are all treating for the same thing. It's one of the reasons why peace meditations, when groups of people get together and treat about a specific thing, why they can be so powerful. And why when we do prayers, at the end of service, ideally, yes, I'm the one speaking the words, but hopefully what I'm treating for is what everybody wants. and that everybody is accepting that. So it's a higher level of acceptance. There are more people going, oh yeah, no, this is the reality. Okay. One of the difficulties is to get a group of people to think alike and at the same time. In order to do this in the most effective manner, or effectual manner, the individual needs and desires of the group must be temporarily put aside. And honestly, that's how society works. When we get together as a group, we have to put aside our individual needs and decide what's best for the group. I mean, basic rules for society. Okay, back to the reading. For the most effectual treatment is not where each individual member is treating for themselves or for some other person. There is not enough fusion of thought. There is not enough coming together in unity of purpose when everyone is treating different individuals. The best results are gained from group treatment when all members join in treating not for the purpose of acquiring any specific good, but for the purpose of reaching a higher state of consciousness. There will be less confusion because of a greater degree of unity. In such group treatments, you would probably meditate on such ideas as peace, joy, or general wholeness. Like I said, when a lot of centers do New Year's peace meditations, where like several centers will each take an hour, or like in one center, one person will take each hour, and then everybody can get on and join them. But that's what it is. They're meditating on peace and joy for the new year. You would meditate on the concept that there is one presence, which is God, one perfect life, which is right here, one divine intelligence guiding and governing, not for any particular or specific purpose in this case, but just to imbibe the spirit of wholeness itself, to enter more largely into a complete acceptance of peace and poise and power. Another way in which group treatment is effectual is when all agree to work for a specific purpose and, completely forgetting themselves and their personal desire, merge their whole attention for the common good, which is one of the things that we do, especially when there are disasters. Because when hurricanes happen, man, we're all treating for the same thing. We're all, and when the disaster happened in Kerr County, every science of mind organization across the United States all turned and treated for that one thing. Okay? We feel certain that in your practice and in dealing with people, you will work out a method which will be right for you. If you will watch the performance, you will see that a higher degree of consciousness is reached when there is a completely unified concept. For instance, a group of people could work together for an organization, or for a world purpose, or for their country, or for any public good. Or they could work together for a purpose of acquiring a deeper consciousness of reality. And since the greater must include the lesser, no doubt the whole group would be personally benefited during this process. And that's one of those important things. It's like, yeah, we're treating for something bigger than us, but in the end, everybody who does this is going to benefit, because each of us is going to step into that higher consciousness in the process of doing this. We are not giving any specific treatment for this purpose because we feel that you should work out the definite method for yourself, following the inclinations of your own heart, following your own leadings. But in doing this, you will discover that in such group treatment, the best results are obtained when each member surrenders every personal desire to the common good. One of the ways that we also do this is when we do visioning, especially for a new work. I've been a part of that process several times, and you get together, everybody meditates on the same thing. We ask this series of questions, and we get together and talk about it. And then you find, oh yeah, no, we've got a lot of similar ideas here. So, each member surrenders every personal desire to the common good. Much of our field is still in the experimental stage, and you are likely to work out new techniques and perhaps better ways than have been discovered so far. That right there is one of the reasons why Ernest said we are open at the top. He said, I don't have all the information. Y'all are going to come up with stuff after I'm gone. we're going to be open at the top and open to new ideas. If this were not true, your work would become static and heavy. You must depend upon a certain inspiration arising from your own soul, but always keep this inspiration controlled through purposiveness. Because no matter how great a power is generated, it will not produce results unless it is tied to a purpose. We are now talking about group purposes rather than individual desires. Both are important and should be worked out under the inspiration of your own inward awareness. So he's for group work. He's big believer in group work. And like I said, he's also, hey, this is an experimental teaching. It's like, we're going to teach you the techniques, and then we say, go try them out and figure out what works for you. There's no one right way. It's what works for you. That's the right way. And however it gets done, it gets done. But I do like that he ended it kind of with that idea of inspiration's great, but let's make sure we keep it tied to a purpose, because it doesn't matter how much power you generate. If you don't have something to do with the power, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, it's nice and wonderful to treat for peace, but then you also want to know, what does peace look like and what does peace act like? And let's go do more of that. So, all right, well, that is the reading for today, and I'm going to move on into the process of my day. So now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of business day, a repeat your words day, because some of them are really good day, a do something good for yourself day, a trust yourself day, a trust your fur babies day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a take a deep breath and a moment day, because apparently I need that, I'm out of adjectives day. So a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Justin likes to call us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be, because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move into the process of my day. So I'm going to remind you, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back around 9:15 tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.